March 22nd, 1942. It is clear to both sides that now all eyes are on the Crimean Peninsula. On one hand, the Germans rushed a bunch of motorized units east of the Jankoy-Simferopol railway line, most likely aware of the importance of this critical infrastructure in keeping supplied their formations defending Crimea. On the other hand, instead, the Soviet High Command has grossly overestimated the Red Army's capability to ship men and material across the Black Sea. The Crimean Front is now engaged in a race against time, and you know, on the Eastern Front, time is usually not on your side. Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new weekly episode of War in the East 2, the online game challenge. And after the, let's say, catastrophic defeat of the Red Army cavalry, let's say, things are not too bad, or not as bad as they look, because starting from next week, I will have to start moving slowly but surely some rifle divisions from the reserves to the map. And I want to say this, I'm saying this because when I was looking at the Excel file that I prepared I think in November of last year, on turn 41 there are two divisions, the 2nd and the 244th, which have to arrive on the map. And because this transfer takes one week, I have to move them manually this week, and so slowly but surely the Red Army will regain some of its strength before the beginning of the German summer offensive. Let's have a look quickly at the turn summary. I've lost 33,000 men overall, and I received 62,000 on the map, and a total of over 200,000 men, while the Axis got nearly 65,000 men, most likely on the map, with a decent amount of AFVs. That's, I would say, this is over like 2 Panzer divisions, if not even 3 Panzer divisions. So, I don't know. It looks a bit scary, to be honest. But anyway, events, we have the Axis grand success in North Africa. Okay, partisans, UK rationing becoming worse, and the war balloons. Alright, losses wise, let's have a look at the order of battle. I got 4.2 versus 5.6 on the map. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's okay. I have a 1.4 million man advantage over the Axis, and if we now look at the losses, 10,000 versus 27,000, let's say. Yeah, it's okay. Air losses, none. And if we have a look at the metrics, yeah, on the map, I think we saw it already, exactly like this. And yeah, so I would say that's pretty okay. What else? The situation in Crimea. There is not too much going on. I see that here there are 2 Romanian infantry divisions. So the goal here would be to regroup, ideally the 51st Army around Kerch, and then I will move the 44th Army over here and the Coastal Army over here. I don't know what my opponent is doing, but he might be potentially having a defensive line to avoid me from, say, over here, to avoid me from interrupting its railway line here. Yeah, or unless he has units here or units here, but yeah, I don't know why he pulled back from these hexes. Maybe he was not feeling confident in holding this line, because now he abandoned this level 2 fortification and these level 1's fortifications here. So I don't know, let's say time will tell. But yeah, so in Crimea the idea is to reinforce the flank here, strike at the Romanians, and then push towards Eupatoria and Ishun and Armyansk. It would be amazing to retake Sevastopol in before either before the German summer offensive or before the spring thaw, but I don't know, let's say I need to secure. I need to bring more troops over here. And well, folks, without further ado, I would say that was all concerning. Ah, no. There's just one more thing. I will also reinforce this area here because I'm afraid. So even though my opponent here is now regimenting its units and they look pretty weak, like just 8 and 12 here. I'm afraid he might do something over here to trap the 22nd, the first shock, the 48th, which has no troops, interesting, and the 20th army. So 3 armies over here in a obvious pocket. So I will have to reinforce this area over here, and I was thinking, since I also have the second shock army over here, I might pull these guys southwards and send them southwards to allow me to concentrate the divisions of the Northwestern Front on a much narrower front line. But yeah, let's see. As I said, time will tell. And yeah, that's all for this brief introduction. And now, as always, let's jump straight into the episode. Alright, folks, so while I will be busy in regrouping my units from the reserve tier box, while I'm busy checking the infamous Excel file that I decided to prepare to LARP even more and or to ruin my life even more by imposing these stupid restrictions on myself on which unit is allowed to join the battlefield on which turn. I mean, this is insane. I wanted actually to say comment a little bit what I said in the introduction concerning a potential Axis offensive in the sector of the Andreapol Toropets-Peno let's say sector, because okay, that some units, I would say some, I would say most of the enemy units now have been redeployed from the former Roslav Mogilev salient, the one that witnessed the destruction of the Bryansk front, and now I'm wondering whether my opponent is actually sending reinforcements into Crimea, or at least some of these reinforcements into Crimea. Yeah, because either he mobilizes his entire 1st Panzer Army, which will be very scary, a very scary affair for me, because if he does it, if he does this, he will have I'd say a tremendous mobility advantage over me. He could easily encircle and surround my my troops in Crimea, and yeah, let's see, or he could be redeploying whatever troops he had left in the from the, I would say, from the Roslav salient into the Leningrad area. Why I think that the Leningrad area makes sense? Well, because it will allow him to relieve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 infantry divisions, which are, I mean, 8 infantry and 1 airborne division, which are currently stationed there. An attack on Leningrad, I don't think it's happening anytime soon, because now it's, I would say, almost the end of March, and in, I would say, 1 or 2 turns, the rain season will begin again. So he might just be moving troops around to prepare offensives and or reinforce his most threatened sectors of the front. Also because, and the reason why I'm not really very confident about an offensive in the Toropets area is the presence of many regimented units. Unless he's kind of tricking me into a sense of false security by keeping regimented some units and preparing in the second line of defense the shock troops that will surround the, I think it was the 3rd shock army, the 48th and the 20th armies. But as always, folks, time will tell. And yes, enjoy the epic failure of me clogging up the reinforcement queue in Crimea, and because yeah, I'm an idiot, and I I didn't know it would have taken so long to bring reinforcements to the Crimean Front. Well, folks, that's all for this voiceover. Enjoy the episode, and as always, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you all in the next episode.